People of God, I bring you greetings from the throne room of grace. I trust the Lord that you are doing very well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Thank you so much for making time to listen to this audio. It's KLM Inspirational Morning Devotion. It comes your way every Monday through to Friday. I know people are being blessed by these messages. And you know one thing is because you keep sharing. It's because you keep sharing. That is why people are being blessed. You make it go viral. I encourage you seriously. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you receive the audio, don't keep it to yourself. Share the gospel. The gospel must go. And it must go now. Thank you so much. Keeping on with the lessons from the book of Philemon. And today, our theme for our reflection is, it was right, but. It was right, but. And the scripture reading, is taken from Philemon, chapter 1, verse 8. Philemon has only one chapter, and so the verse 8, the emphasis is on the verse 8. And permit me to read. Probably I will start from the verse 7 for clarity. Your love has given me much joy and comfort, my brother, for your kindness has often refreshed the hearts of God's people. Now the anchor text, verse 8. That is why I am boldly asking a favor of you. I could demand it in the name of Christ because it is the right thing for you to do. That is why I am boldly asking a favor of you. I could demand it in the name of Christ because it is the right thing for you to do. And our theme for our reflection today is, it was right, but. It was right, but. People of God, have told you the genesis of Philemon, the book of Philemon, and what it entails. I mean, the summary of it, the background, the introduction. And we are still talking about three personalities involved here: Paul, Onesimus, and then Philemon. And here's the case that Onesimus had run away because he engaged in stealing certain properties of Philemon. And so he ran away and met Paul whilst he was in prison at Rome, and he got convicted. One thing that we need to quickly understand and know is that in the culture of the Jews, when something happens, the slave must die. He must be killed. If you run away, you steal something, and then you must be killed. Here comes, he meets Paul. And Paul wants to send Onesimus back to Philemon. Wanting Philemon to accept Onesimus, Paul was very careful in writing to Philemon. Now, he was trying to mention that he's asking a kind of favor from Philemon. As Paul went on and on, he said he could demand it Because after all, it's the right thing for him to do. The right thing for Philemon to do was to accept him. There was no need of that sort of corner or whatever it is. Not even ask for any favor from Philemon. He can just tell Philemon, receive Onesimus. I'm sending him back to you. Receive him. Bam. That is all. But he said, no, I need your favor on this. Even though it's all right. It's a right thing, sorry. It's a right thing for Philemon to do. He's asking a favor. He's asking a favor. He said, wives, husbands, can we? Yes, it is the right thing. It is the right thing. But can you still go to your husband and ask for a favor on that particular thing? It is the right thing for him to do. It is the right thing for her as a wife to do. But as a husband, can we humble ourselves and ask that favor? Sometimes the way we approach issues make it a whole thing. I mean, it becomes a different thing together. Paul said that, I am begging you, I'm asking you of a favor, please do that for me. Even though I could demand it. Yes, you could demand that thing from your boss, from your friend, from that parent, from that person. You can demand it. You can demand it. As a CEO, you can demand it. You know, Paul was above Philemon. In a way, Philemon was a son to Paul. And so, as he's rightly saying in the verse 8, he could have demanded it. He could have commanded Philemon, come on, I am sending Onesimus to you, receive him. Whether you like it or not, I am saying it. As a boss, as a CEO, as a head pastor, sometimes you can demand. Sometimes you can demand. You can demand it. Yes, it is the right thing. But let's be careful of the approach. It's not always about a command. It is not always about a demand, even though that is it. And you're saying to me, demand you bet to me. We know, now so sort of there be a. Yeah, the humobona hobra sinti. Yes, as if say, we don't know our right. We don't know what to do. Yenimpa na Kristo Yesu no na ejine di nti ye sesua na namo nti eto da bia ye pacho esre Paul no osre Philemon anka ho kwan so tumi kasa kire Philemon, come on ayo ba wa fom nti jeno wasakra I preach the gospel to him. I know who he is. Tomorrow we'll continue on that. And so receive him, whether you like it or not. And Philemon don't have any excuse than to accept Onesimus. But he didn't do that. He did not do that. He proved why he can do that, because it is the right thing. But he said, no, I'm asking of a favor from you. Can you please favor me? Can you do me a favor, please? The moment one comes in with such an approach, coming down to the level of Philemon, I'm begging you of a favor. Yami adoiwe, say, wow, ba Onesimus, Genebio. You can, when I reflect on this, I said, I was for you, buy that was an American. You kunu. Once kakra, with my mother kakra. Or you be honest, don't just demand it because it's the right thing for you. No, sometimes I'm saying sometimes. The chopper near AJ. The crocro and AJ. The hubrasi near AJ. Oman shia. Nothing behind quiet to send ya. It is the right thing, it's the right thing. So you know, it may bounce. Even though it's the right thing. Yes, no nimpa say abodo no betumi. It was the right thing for him to do. Okobetumi akasa kire. Obono eba Daniel. It was so easy for Jesus Christ to do. He could have done that. It was the right time for him to do it. May God help us as we keep on learning certain lessons from the book of Philemon. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of lessons that we can learn from the book of Philemon. The ultimate is what? Forgiveness, acceptance, forgiveness, acceptance. But we are looking at approaches and how Paul was dealing with Philemon and some of the strategies that we can employ. We can learn from Paul. It was right, but he did not go by that. He made an appeal, making an appeal on behalf of Onesimus. Sometimes we need to also make an appeal on behalf of people. He was pleading and appealing on his behalf. God willing, will continue. May we learn this attitude and behavior in our society, in our community, at the church, at the workplace, in the marriage, in that relationship. God bless you. My name is Reverend Joseph KLM Ansa. I love you so much, but Jesus Christ loves you the very best. Shalom, peace, and love to you. KLM and the missionaries is embarking on Mission 2025, and we are moving to Nsawam Prison to release 20 people from prison, and their charges is costing around 60,000 Ghana cedis. 60,000 Ghana cedis. You can support us. The agenda is in October. You can send your support to 0240-589-153. 0240-589-153. The name is Joseph Neodate Akwa. Please reference it as NPN for Nsawam, P for prison. Shalom, peace, and love to you. Remember, it was right, but Paul did not demand it. He appealed. Sometimes just appeal to the conscience of the person.